Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM20. It's Woman Stewart. We're on episode number 38. We're on a sponsor objective. It's the tour of the Gila, Silver City. In stage 1, it's a punchy finish, but it's steep and it's not that short. So while it's technically up to punchers, I'm not entirely sure the punchers are going to hang around long enough to get to the finish on this one due to the difficulty, but we'll see what we can do. My entire squad is built for punchy, but again, not great climbers. In fact, our entire roster is not built for big climbs this season, so we're going to have to grow, develop into things. We'll see what we can do here. Breakaway was just caught, so we'll be lining ourselves up here quite soon. 12k to go now. And I think this is a good time. It's fairly flat for the next little bit here. Really only a little bit. Cynthia Marie would normally be near the back, but a 67, 66 with 68 resistance is pretty good. Bravich is going to be a lead out. Schutz today is a lead out because of the -3. Emma White's a 65-70. That's pretty good. Also Kansani, and then Tioli would normally be some sort of leader, but with the mountain rating the way it is, we're kind of looking right along those lines. And then Marie, do we want to try to ride for Marie? She's not the punchiest, but she's got the climbing. No, we'll stick her a little higher up the order, like there. And here we go, 12k to go. We don't want to push too hard here early on. Again, it's just a punchy group, so they're not that great as climbers. Okay, we hit a little flat section here in a moment, so we're going to accelerate and try to get out front.
There's now just 10 kilometers left.
And then we're going to ease off again for this little steep section when we round this corner. Okay, ease off just a little. Up by this car, we're going to try to accelerate again.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
8k remaining. And Schutz is going to get us all the way through that one. That's good. Okay, now we can get on with that acceleration. So Schutz pushing forward, finishing it off, whatever she can do. And now on to Bravich. Schutz, go ahead and get on the back end. Take over, and then we're going to hit the base of the climb now, just 6k remaining. And now we want to back off a little bit. Punchy finish. But again, not the best climbing team. Now, this is all or nothing. We're not in this for the GC. We are in for the stage victory. So, you go too hard and fail, what have you lost? Nothing. If you go too hard and fail when you are fighting for GC, well, then there's definitely something to lose there. So today we're going to push, we're going to go for it, we're going to be bold, and it could blow up horribly, or we could win the stage. 3k to go. Tioli nearly done and is now done. Okay, on to Marie. We are slipping back down the order just a little bit, but I can clearly see what we are capable of. 2k to go. Okay, on to a 99 for Marie for just a hair longer, because we can only go so long with Kansani and White. And that's it. That's it. Nope. Not happening on this stage. Emma White. We'll just get her up as high as she can get. And that's not going to be terribly high. You can see she's already nearly out. She only made it. Oh, she didn't even make it to 1k. Didn't even make it to 1k. Taylor Wiles for the victory.
Appear to be fairly numerous in this difficult race.
Van Vleuten took third. That's going to be tough to beat on some of these stages. Ruth Winder also here. Maybe McLeod. Megan Jastrab was 12th. And we miss out on the top 20 entirely. Good luck in the stages to come to get that stage victory that we need. For stage number 2, we have a sprint, small breakaway, and their gap's coming down pretty quick, but it's taken us a little while to come back at them, but I don't think it'll be too much of a problem catching up to them. There are a few too many good riders at this race, and I think we might struggle. So we really do need to try to take every opportunity. So we will try to take advantage of this sprint and see what we can do with it. We're not too slow, but nobody is particularly fast, as we now have just 12K to go. So we will line things up at about 11. There you go. Marie's going to lead it out. Kansani and Schutz. And then we have either Bravich, who's a 69.72 today, plus good resistance. 70.69 for White, and good resistance. And then a 68.75 for Tioli, and excellent resistance. So good choices, really good choices. We're going to take Tioli and give her a go. And then based on the resistance, we'll go in that order. And we'll gel up on the first two. Get moving. All right, so 10K to go. Cynthia Marie gets things moving. There's the last breakaway rider right there, so we've taken care of that task. All 116 are here, and now already under 8K, so we need to speed up. Okay, speed up some more. Gel for the next rider. Okay, and gel for the remaining riders. And Schutz, ready to go. 4K. Slow it down. 3.5K. 3K. We're going to start our sprint with Kansani, because we're already down to 2.5. Okay, on to Bravich.
There goes the sprint. The strong men are giving their all.
And on to White. Good strong lead out for Tioli. Tioli sprinting. And that wasn't the line. There's the line. It's enough. Jade Tioli for the victory. We've done it. We got our stage. Sweet. Sweet. Okay, Emma White grabs 4th place while she's at it. That was actually quite comfortable. So we timed that one well. And yeah. Whew. Impressive result.
We're waiting for the back.
Not exactly our strong suit, especially these higher level Continental Pro and above type races. We have historically struggled. But we did not make a meal of that. We got a victory.
Hello and welcome. The route is fairly hilly, so there should be plenty of action.
We're at what should be an easy race, but will likely be a difficult race. You'll see why in just a moment. We're going to take everyone and effort up, and we're going to really effort up. We're going to go 80. And here's why. We are already approaching the end, just 76 kilometers left to go. So if you see an attack early on, there's going to be a hard chase, big acceleration, meaning it's actually difficult to get in place. You need to get in place very early. Del Sarto, unfortunately, on a -1. Cat Garfield is doing okay. A couple -1s today. We're not looking too great on the condition. Mama Lenti really lucking out. She was the one and only rider that actually is suffering a little bit of fatigue. Sobi is looking okay. I need one of my sprinters, though, for this one. We've just got to get through this early section of climbs, and then you should be set from there. So we need to protect our sprinters. Manenti is going to be providing protection. We've got Del Sarto, so Del Sarto is an obvious choice for that. And then we've got Garfield, I think, might be one of our next best. Sobi is going to be capable. Mamalenti has some acceleration. Wow, she's still coming forward. Who do we want to protect? You can get there on your own, and so can you. We're going to protect Garfield.
Watch out! There are a few riders in
Okay,
trouble at
and
the
you can
back.
see struggling at an 80. 99 in the field, 13 in that breakaway. Yeah, that's a little too strong. That is much too strong. So we are in for some excitement here. I don't think we can allow those 13 to go away, but I can't be the one to chase. You can see how fatigued we are already. All 6 riders are struggling at this point because of the tempo. And we're seeing splits in the field already. 60K still to go. And sure enough, it's turning out to be a bad day for a lot of riders. Del Sarto's going to have to push a lot harder than this if she wants to keep from being dropped. Manenti's going to have to use her gel. That's going to be it. Del Sarto's going to be going solo here already, and there's still a double climb left to go. Miyuchi also is fading. Manenti, goodbye. Del Sarto, I don't think Del Sarto's going to last. You're going to have to use your gel now. We can't save it for the end. Garfield also. That's it. That's it. Garfield regains contact for now. Sobi and Mama Lenti are barely hanging on, and the hardest climb is still right ahead of us. 8%, 3.3 kilometers. Some of it will come back together, but certainly not all. Garfield is out of energy. Approaching the top, Mama Lenti and Sobi are also out, but if we see a big split, they'll be okay, and they may or may not make it back on. You can see this field is spread all over the place. Just 33 riders left in the peloton, and just 1 rider left off the front. Alright, recovery beginning between Sobi. We have a 64.66 on the sprint. We've got a 61.70 on Mama Lenti. We need a top 10 for this race. And while it won't be easy with this group, with these 2, top 10 is not that hard to achieve. And at least with 2 riders, you get a lead out, so you can set 1 up. And, you know, it's not the most difficult thing to try to.
And he sprints away in attack.
Gotta handle this. There you go. Can't chase, but can't get dropped here. Can't afford to. This is the last hill besides this little itty bitty bit right back there. .28 chasing 1 now. It is coming back. I need both Sobi and Mama Lenti, so I can't really afford to just protect 1. Sobi is looking a little better than Mama Lenti at this point. Mama Lenti has better acceleration, but is not a quick sprinter.
There are just 5
Sobi's 64 is a little bit better. 5K to go, just like that. It's such a short stage. Alright, Mama Lenti, lead this thing out. Good timing on this, too. 4K to go. Pressure on. 3K to go. Speed it up. 2.5K to go. Sobi's gel has kicked in. Mama Lenti's has not. Okay, give me your sprint. Leading her out. We're going to wait. Wait. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. May Sobi for the win. Wow, okay. Did not expect that. I was just going, yeah, we'll be 7th or 8th and I'll be happy. That was what I kind of predicted it was going to be, though. On paper, you look at this, no problem. But when you look at the distance, figure it was going to be flat out. And it really was. That was flat out almost the entire way. And there was so much fatigue at the end of that little bit of recovery that we allowed those 2 to get involved in, and then just having a simple lead out. Those last 4 kilometers, see how fatigued everybody was? That little lead out, as soon as Mama Lenti started sprinting, that was it. That was done. We won it just like that. And Sobi just finished it off. And that was comfortable. I mean, that was 4 bike lengths. 3? Yeah, okay. Sweet. Are you kidding me? We just aced both tests. Both successes. That's going to be really good for the sponsors. Really good for that one. We're not scoring quite as many points this season as we did last, but if we can get better access to some riders because of last season, we're going to be in good shape for this signing period coming up. I've also started scouting a bunch of riders in that 73, 74, 75 range, hoping to get after one or two good ones. We'll have a good little bit of money if we can get a max. And let's go ahead and push forward today and see how we're doing. There's the Tour of the Gila final stage, so we'll see the outcome there. You can see we're nowhere near. Van Vleuten takes the win. We weren't even in the top 16, but moving forward one day. And there's the new sponsor confidence. So it is going up. It is going up. We're very early in the season. That was only our second and third events, both 1.5 stars. We had a single 1-star event before, and we've succeeded across the board, all 3 so far. Noteworthy results. We also have 3 pluses there. Nothing in the registered riders. We don't have any popularity. That hurts. Kata Garfield needs to have a few successes. She is the face of the team, both here and here. So we need to try to get Kata Garfield 1 or 2 anythings along the way to boost that up. But all in all, good results so far. We're in good shape. But if we get that max, we're looking at, I think, 45,000 for next season. We have a bunch of expiring contracts, so we will need to sign multiple riders. Looking at contracts. So Mamalenti on down, all expiring. Of those, Mamalenti is the only one that I'm interested in bringing back. However, we do need to maintain some American riders. That's 5 expiring and only 2 remain. The 2 that are there are much better, so that's good, but we still need to have at least 2 or 3 more. So we are going to need to sign 2 to 3 Americans. That may involve re-signing Summer Moak for nothing. Cynthia Marie for nothing. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely like Kaya Schmid. Nope, sorry. Goodbye. DeWitt hasn't done anything, hasn't really developed. Actually, she is developing. She's catching up. She was pretty low, but 65 is nothing. And she's not going to have that many levels. So we're going to have to look after some American riders, some young potential, maybe low quality. We've got our high end. We've got our Emma White, Kata Garfield, who can get some results for us, are earning the big bucks. We don't need to go after some big time Americans otherwise, unless we see some in that 73, 74-ish kind of range. Anyway, that's a lot of expiring contracts though. So with 8 going out, hopefully Mamalenti re-signing, that's 7 vacancies. Now we don't need to replace 7, but we probably need to replace 4 to 5, with many of those being American. You can kind of see where we're headed with that. So options are going to be fairly limited. Maybe 1 larger contract, and then Mamalenti, who's probably going to make 10, 15. If we have 45, we can commit maybe 20 to a big rider, plus Mamalenti, plus a few Americans, and then maybe 1 or 2 more. So we're kind of limited this season. Those big contracts of Garfield and White and Kansani helped get us to the Continental Pro, but it's also where budget was not an issue before, suddenly is a bit of an issue. It can only increase so much. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.